and it says, can you disable login IP ranges checks using permission sets if it is configured in profiles? Why or why not? So basically, if I have login IP ranges configured at my profile level, would I be able to disable it with the help of permission set? The answer is a big no, because permission sets won't actually take away or revoke any permission which is granted by profile. Permission sets only provide additional permissions. Okay, we will talk about permission sets in detail, but they only provide additional permission. Now there is a important part which is about the login IP ranges. Now if I go to a permission set, let's say I go to a permission set here, when I create a permission set, okay, I already have a few, so let's use this permission set, developer edition. It is with Salesforce license, and if I open this permission set, okay, I can see only system permissions and service provider. I do not have the option to look at the login IP ranges, and that's not the case with the profile. In the profile, I have the option for login IP ranges, okay, but that's not the case with permission set. Permission set, we do not see such options. So see, profile have extra options like login hours, login IP ranges, service providers. Service provider is there in permission set as well, and system permissions is also there in permission set. But these three, login hours, login IP ranges, okay, session settings, password policies, or default experience, they are not at the permission set level, but they are at the profile level. So if I talk about login IP ranges at the profile level, you can add the login IP ranges, you can give the start, and you can give the end, and then some description and save it. So whatever is the range, that would be validated once the user try to log in into your Salesforce account, and only if this login, if the traffic is coming in this range, only then the user would be authorized to log in, otherwise the login would fail. Please note, even the MFA and all, nothing would run. Login IP range is checked at the very first level after entering the username and password, okay, and if it is not meeting, then it would fail. And if you look at the profile overview, I have login hours as well. So login hours is an additional control which would basically, I'll give you a way to set up like in which shift or around which time the user logs in and at what time they would log out. If they try to log in outside these hours, they won't be able to log in, okay. And then comes the session setting. All those session settings are there at the org level, but you can have it at the profile level as well, and whatever you do at the profile level would override your session setting at the org level. So profile level session settings would override whatever you have at the org level. Here I have set the session timeout as 24 hours of inactivity. Okay, so my session won't expire even if I keep the system idle for 23 hours, because my session timeout is 24 hours. All right, and then I have another setting here which is about the password policies. Now password policies is again something which you have available at the org level. If you go here in the password policies, you can see the password policies which you have available at the org level. But if you set up any password policies in the profile level, that would override it at the override the org level password policies. So again, you can set up user password expire in how many days, do you want to enforce password history, okay. So all that setup can be done. We have talked about it at the org level security lecture. So all that has been covered with respect to the org level securities. All right, so that's it. We got the answer that you cannot disable or bypass login IP ranges restriction from a permission set. They are at the profile level, and login IP ranges, login hours, both are at the profile level. They are not available at the permission set level. And in general, permission set purpose is to grant additional access only. They can add the access, but they cannot remove or relax or any restrictions which is set in the profile. So whatever restriction you are keeping at the login IP ranges, that restriction cannot be removed or relaxed with the help of permission set, because that feature is not at all available at the permission set level. And same is true for login hours. Whatever restrictions you are setting it at the profile level, you won't be able to lift it with the help of permission set, because that feature itself is not available at the permission set level. All right.